Are we going to be considered three-term or two-term? You tell me. Ronnie, what do you think? Are we three-term or two-term?
While the presumptive Republican nominee continues to falsely claim the 2020 election was stolen, a new CBS News investigation reveals that nearly 80 election deniers are overseeing voting in swing states. CBS News political investigative producer Madeleine May joins us now. Madeleine, good to see you. I know you and I were just reporting on this, our viewers might remember, last week from Nevada. But what kind of impact could these people have on elections in November?
So what we're seeing is a very organized effort of people who don't believe in the 2020 election results to oversee our local elections. So that's people who are on city councils or county commissions in charge of certifying the vote in many cases, who are looking to change the way that you and I cast our ballot or change the way those ballots are counted. So what we saw in our investigation is that in the case that somebody who's an election conspiracy theorist takes over one of those roles, it could change the way that the ballots are counted in November for that general presidential election.
And what's significant here is that this isn't necessarily just a hypothetical. I mean, you were reporting over the weekend in Michigan that this is kind of taking hold. What's happening there?
Right, so in Delta County, which is a very rural county in the Upper Peninsula, what we saw last week was that a very small county commission race, a board of canvassers actually refused to certify that race based off of pressure they got from an outside election integrity group. And this election integrity group espouses conspiracies about voting machines and voter rolls, what we've kind of come to expect from groups like this. And due to pressure that they've been exerting on this local government, they were able to prevent the certification of that race. I talked to the county clerk in that office, and she says she's very worried about the precedent that this will set for November.
And so, and this is an example of a very small county, a very small race that people may not have even considered or heard of. So there is this concern that you've been finding that take the presidential race, and this could easily be presented as something that could happen.
And there's only really 7 states that will dictate the outcome of the presidential race. And in each of those states, it's really these local elections that will determine the outcome in each of these states. So it's really important that we pay attention to places like Delta County in Michigan or Washoe County in Nevada, because it's these local elections that will determine the outcome of the national races. And if you have people in charge of those elections that are prone to election conspiracy, it could cast a lot of doubt. It could create a ton of disinformation and maybe even set up a situation that pretends to political violence.
Yeah, I mean, and just the casting of doubt is something that we've already seen the ripple effects of throughout the past 4 years. Madeleine May, thank you very much for your reporting. We appreciate it.